Please help me welcome Shoshannah Zemach.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster and guests. A few weeks ago, I gave an impromptu speech and AZ was evaluating me. Our guests will see what's evaluation about. I decided to do another impromptu speech today to cover all the faults that AZ found in my speech. The other reason I'm going to speak today is what happens when the guns roll. Somehow, the hearts of the people open. For all the guests, I'm from Israel. I've gone through 7 wars, and this is what's remaining in my memories. But we have great memories at that time too. When the sirens go on the first time, all the men disappear. We just stay the women and the kids, because everybody's going to the reserve to be in the army, and except the kids, the old people that are home. Some of the women have to go to work. In my house was one family. The woman stayed herself. She had 3 kids, and she couldn't handle it, running down in the middle of the night with 3 kids into the shelter. So she picked up herself and went to her sister to live with her so that it would be easier for her. This didn't help. But what happens in Israel at that time? The missiles don't fall on all of Israel, even though it's so small, at the same time. The areas that are quiet, they host the people from the places that the missile fall on. And she just took herself, she drove south, she found a family, and she stayed there. She wasn't the only one. And those families that hosted and the families that came over became really good friends forever. This is just a small thing. One family just immigrated to Israel from the United States 10 days before the war began. They lived in a very northern town where the shelling was very intense. Where I live, you could find minutes that it's quiet, and you could go and shop, or you could go leave the house. Where they were there, everybody was in shelters. The army was delivering food. Coming from the United States, they just couldn't take it. After 2 days, they went into their car. They took their rabbit and the dog and their 4 kids, and they just drove to wherever. They don't know the country yet. They reached a very rich town, and they were just driving, walking in the main street. They didn't know what to do. They approached some person and they said, where do we go? What do we do? Where is the hotel? And they told her, go to the police station. The police station has referred them to a family. In this family, there were 4 kids, and they hosted them with the 4 kids. And what happened? The rabbit was so scared from the noise that it shed all its hair. You saw the pictures on TV. It was just so scary. But what happened? 4 kids and another 4 kids made a bond. And why did this family host 4 kids and a father and mother, a rabbit that's really scared, and a dog? Because in another war, they were living in the harmful way, and they were hosted by someone else. Now they were giving back. I think the most interesting story is this guy named Arkady Gaidamak. Arkady Gaidamak was a Russian oligarch with a lot of money, and he came to Israel. At this one war, the northern part of Israel was shelled non-stop with missiles from Hezbollah. No one could get out of their houses, of their shelters at all. What he did, in the southern part of Israel, there's a beautiful seashore, and he built with his own money huge tents, which had been hosting about 30 to 40 people in this tent. There was doctors, there were showers, there was food given 3 times a day, there was entertainment, there were 2 big stages where there was entertainment. And my husband says, let's go and see. I said, they're not going to let us go in. It's not a spectacle. He said, don't worry. We went into our car and we drove down 2 hours. And at the gate, obviously, they don't let us in. He says, we are from the United States and we have friends that want to donate. And we want to talk to the managers and see what they need. And behold, we are inside. And we talked to all the people and we went to this place. This was so amazing. So I just wanted to open up the stories of open hearts that happens when the guns roar. Mr. Toastmaster.